Together we ride.
Season 4! Season 4 of Real Talk with me, Imogen.
And Dinah.
Where we will be coming at you every week with real, honest, authentic conversations with executives and healers,
creatives and entrepreneurs
about real conversations, authenticity, and what mental health sounds like.
Yes, raising the vibration one conversation at a time.
Every Monday, tune in here live. Welcome back, friends, and happy Monday. It is time for another real conversation, and I'm so excited because, Dinah, you're back.
I'm back.
You're back.
Yeah.
How was Bali?
Oh, it was fantastic.
I'm
I
so
highly
excited.
recommend if you can get out there. It is a moving experience.
Yeah.
So happy to bring everything back, bring the energy here.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. I mean, everything I think on the other side of the world can just help us to bring perspective,
Yes.
right? Which is, I mean, I'm a little bit biased here, but perspective is kind of the name of the game today, because today's perspective is very different to anything we've had on the show so far. I've been honored to call this gentleman one of my close friends for 6 years, 8 years. It's been a minute and a half. But you have a wealth of knowledge when it comes to all kinds of things that are not my zone of genius. So I'm super pumped. Pete Kimbis, attorney, nonprofit extraordinaire, grant writer, like you. Welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing phenomenal. It's really psyched to be here.
Yay! We had like a full-on interview already.
I know.
So this is so nice.
We really should have done like a BTS.
Yeah.
Like leading up to this conversation, because y'all, you're in for a doozy of a conversation today.
So just meeting Dinah, it's a pleasure to meet
Yeah,
you.
thanks.
And I think the first time we met was it Fly, your opening album? It was in DC.
Okay.
And it was Awkward Turtle.
Oh
First time we
yeah.
Awkward Turtle.
Oh, do you know about the awkward turtle?
No.
Okay.
What is
Sorry.
this?
So-
I'm like, the expression of an awkward turtle. Like, I don't know.
I mean, that's my general face. But when it comes to like I being the 17-year-old
Yeah.
non-17-year-old's body, I like to continuously bring moments of awkward to conversation,
Yeah.
because I think that just helps us to humanize one another, right? Like whatever. But one of the things that I kind of still, I haven't done this in a long time.
That's
So you're
okay.
bringing it back. For a long time, whenever I would, have these awkward conversations, people would be like, "Oh, I don't know how to respond to
Yeah.
that," and I just do the awkward.
Oh,
That's it.
God,
So I
that's
forgot
so
what it
cute.
looked like.
That's so
it.
cute.
Which is it's a really cool way to just break the ice,
Yeah.
ease the tension a little bit.
Because who doesn't like a good turtle,
I know,
especially an
they're-
awkward one?
I mean,
It's
right.
So cute.
and you would know, because the kind of work that you do can get really awkward really quickly. You're a lawyer,
Yeah.
first and foremost, right? Can you tell us? Okay.
Yeah,
First
like
of all,
share your story with
tell us
our
who you are.
community. Yeah, tell us.
It's a huge
Pete.
question, sure.
What do you do
Start
to
it.
the
Take
world?
it
Give yourself.
on. Yeah.
How, if you could wake up and change one law in the world,
Oh, wow.
what would you change?
That's big. An easy one that comes to mind is just access, right? Because access to legal counsel in a society where we really don't have abundant access makes things painful for a lot of folks.
Right.
So if I could change one thing, I would say if we were to continue with the same system of laws and justice, that we would make sure that everyone knows what the laws are,
Right.
and then has someone to represent them, just like the other party on the other side of the aisle, this adversarial system. And so that they have representation, because, in the courts, everything is on the line.
Yeah.
You could be at risk of losing your business, your family, your very body, right? Your freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
So much is at stake that can be taken away. And throw on top of that so much of what happens is discussed within the courtroom with phraseology, language that is antiquated. I would say by design, we're still using Latin and phrases to make sure that the system is a bit, not even a bit. I use in the British sense of the word a bit opaque, which means very opaque.
Yes.
I feel the same.
Yes.
I say that because I took my husband to New Zealand and had to explain to him that when he was asking the waitress if the steak was good, she's like, "Oh, it's pretty good." He's like, "Oh, that's not good at all." And I know that's the highest, the highest compliment you can give in a British imperial language.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love that. Talk to me about you talk about the adversarial sort of society we live in, and you mentioned before we went live that one of the things that you really focus on in your lines of work is aggressive diplomacy.
Yeah.
So how does that tell us about that, especially when it comes to that us versus them mentality that we have in life, not just in the courtroom?
Yeah. So I love the term, and many folks don't, but aggressive diplomacy, because on one hand, you have the tact, the wherewithal, a sense of skillfulness about what you're doing in the moment. But at the same time, it implies that you've worked really hard and you've prepped a ton before that moment, so that you're not, and that's more of the aggression part, so that you're so well prepped for the conversation that you're not going to miss something. You're not going to be unprepared to meet the call or the question that needs to be answered, and which has really significant implications for somebody that you're looking out for, right? So this idea of being an advocate or a counselor is just such a huge responsibility. So the diplomatic aggression is not so much in the conversation, but it's being ready to speak up for sure in the conversation, and then being prepped enough in the facts, the law. And I know you spoke about like outside the courtroom, but it's just so critical within the courtroom where so much can be taken away.
Yeah.
That diplomatic aggression just means zealous advocacy, that you're just working your tail off for the good of the one that you're representing, that you're standing alongside with, that you're standing in the place of before some kind of tribunal who has some authority to take so much away from them.
And in the words of Alex Hormozy, can you simplify that?
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you bring this into everyday life?
Yeah.
Right. So everyday life meaning, so let's say your work.
Yeah.
So my understanding is you do a lot of healing. You work with different modalities to raise consciousness and healing. So diplomatic aggression in that sense would be daring to say the truth at a time when others will be quiet because it's uncomfortable.
Right.
And then daring to do the preparation and the legwork and the study of people, of psychology, of music, of the modalities, so that you know that you are speaking with authority in that moment, in that space, and you can speak with confidence and truth.
Right.
Yeah, no, I love that. I think that's one of the core aspects of both of our work, right, Dinah? Like that giving permission to say the tough thing, to really lean into those difficult conversations with the strength of self-awareness and self-knowledge, but also with that ability to show up fully for yourself. And I want to sort of lean into the aggressive side of things, because at least with a lot of the clients that I work with, whether they're 12-year-olds or 67-year-old teenagers, because I think we're all teenagers really, this idea that being aggressive is a bad thing, but what you're saying is it's more self-advocacy. Is that correct?
Yeah. So I would say as of late, aggression has taken on a certain connotation. And like with any words, they're a vehicle, right? They can be, they're a form, and they can be, they can represent negative things. And the word aggression does represent negative things. But like anything else, there's not even duality. There's just a multitude of different few things that word can hold.
Right.
So yeah, so aggression is the hard work. It's the wow. Sometimes it's just so tough to speak up because
Yeah.
that that's the other person or the folks do not really want to hear what you have to say, or it might rock the boat. And there is a time and a place, right? So I'm talking about a setting where, like, if you don't say the thing, it's not going to get said, and no one else is going to say it, and people are going to get hurt, or else you're robbing someone of the dignity of really knowing
Yes.
what's happening, and you're not, and in that way, it gets to the issue of choice, which to me is just so vital. This idea of really just being able to choose with an understanding of what's happening.
Yeah, and I think that those conversations are not being had as frequently as they used to be. And I think that, holding space as you're doing in the courtroom and what we're doing within our sessions and our workshops is to hold space so that people feel safe enough that they can speak up, even if it might be controversial or whatever, but it's still their truth, it's still their opinion, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you, because you're talking a lot about, well, you mentioned a couple of times, that idea of the preconceived fear of how things are going to get, misconstrued or misunderstood. How does one navigate that? How do you navigate that in your life when it comes to, like, and I'm saying this from, I don't know how many times I've been like, I need to say this thing. It's awkward. It's awkward turtle. It's uncomfortable, but I need to say the thing. And then once I've said the thing, actually, it was all a mental game that I was playing with myself, because the actual response was much healthier than I was anticipating.
Totally, absolutely. So sometimes it's like we create like the paper dragons in our own mind.
Right.
There's really there's really no issue. So the thing that needs to be said, or the unknown, sometimes we just don't have a clue, or we just have imagined or just gotten the wrong bead on how things are. So you're like, I'm so glad you brought that up, because it's definitely like when you're in that teacher mentor role, or in a counselor advocate role, coach role.
I don't teach, I play.
Right. It's really it's easy to think that you have the answers and others don't, right? So that it is so key to remember that we are just as easily prone to not really seeing, and like we need to learn just as much as the folks that we're talking to. So being open to, I was just saying, the wonder, like being open to not knowing.
Okay, Albert Einstein, we see you.
I know. Yeah.
Right? Like, just like I think there's a power in humility, and just being able to say, like, I don't know.
Yes.
Or you're right. Like, why are we so afraid to say, like, you're right?
Right. The fear of being wrong, right? On the other side of it. So
there's this, I don't know who said it first, but that I love the idea of, like, you're not failing, you're growing.
Yes.
Which I think plays perfectly to what you're saying.
Absolutely.
I love that.
So what are some of the things that you're working on now that you want to share with our community, with us?
So planning on, so much. So mostly working right now in the nonprofit space in DC, Maryland, and Michigan.
Of course.
The DMM.
The DMM.
And if folks are listening, I have a real like a heartfelt just passion for the folks in the Upper Peninsula, because it's a region of Michigan that is very much
interesting,
separated from the contiguous U.S. I mean, it's literally like, it looks like it should be part of Canada, and at one point I think it was.
Oh, really?
So it's, when you even see the map of Michigan, sometimes it's not even on it. They don't even put it on the map.
That's like New Zealand. We're always forgotten.
But why Michigan?
Yeah, why Michigan?
Sometimes things happen, right? Okay. And so it's the story of the underdog, of folks who deserve to have a voice, who deserve to have equal access,
right,
opportunity, and they don't, for whatever reason, right? In this case, it seems to be a lot of it's geography.
Right.
It's like there's like a 40-mile bridge, it's like the Mackinac Bridge, just to get there. And it's
Right.
like, and if the snows are coming, they're already starting at winter now.
Yeah,
Like
that's
like
right.
the touch of winter.
That's right. It's
So
cooler breezes.
so the nonprofit space, just what I've been working on in my team is making sure folks have access. A lot of times that's funding.
Mm.
Funding to operate and run the businesses that they founded, the majority of them to do something positive, to correct some kind of social shortfall or some needs that were not being met. And they created a business or assumed control of a business that is designed to meet those needs.
Gotcha.
And that kind of business, the social, entrepreneurial, nonprofit business, is just a tough one to run.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm curious because like that's a lot of balls to juggle in your
Yeah.
space, right? Like you're not only really focusing on what's it called? You're not focusing so much on just the law stuff, the legal aspect of advocacy, but also advocacy when it comes to the nonprofit space, helping people get grants, helping people to be their best selves, helping people to really battle a legal system that may not be in their best interests, helping people to really just become their next identities almost, it seems, which I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it sounds like it could be a lot on your psyche.
Yeah. It is. It is.
How do you, like, what are some strategies that you implement for you, Pete the human, as you balance those parts of yourself and those juggling pieces?
So nature is huge.
Oh, what, grounding?
Definitely grounding.
Taking the shoes off.
Yeah.
Like being out and amidst nature, in the woods, and kind of just like losing yourself, right? Because sometimes we just need that, or I need, speak for myself, I need that kind of drastic change in the environment to kind of snap me out of whatever mindset that I'm in, so that I can think more clearly. Like I won't even say find balance, I'll say like attempt to try to see the way towards balance.
Okay.
Right. But I do need those breaks that will help me like see things more clearly. That could be a trip overseas too. That could be a trip to somewhere where I don't know the language, and then I have to rely on other other skills, other senses, and that helps snap out
Like
of
your ability to play charades?
Yes, exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
No,
So it seems like, you have the nonprofit sector and then there's like, the corporate spaces. I'm curious to understand, like, as you work, for me, I always work with burnout, right? So there's corporate burnout, which is most of the clientele that I work with. But then there's also passion projects that burn you out.
Yeah.
And you want to give so much. How do you decide, like, okay, I need to actually take a break? Because those passion projects can truly take over and they're so meaningful.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like you're talking to me, Donna. Just
I think you're talking to everyone.
Especially in the DC area.
Yeah.
Overachiever city.
That's right. Like, I'm recovering.
Straight face.
But the passion projects, are there moments you catch yourself and you're like, I gotta take a break?
Yeah.
Right?
Or absolutely.
Your team, and like remind them that these breaks are important.
Yeah. I'm still learning. Like, it's such a hard thing.
Because the missions, right?
And I do feel this overwhelming sense of, because I'm starting law like mid-career, so it was not something that I've always done. So it's something pretty new, and I feel like there's so much I need to do. And I'm not 20, right? So
There's
I'm
a benefit, I think.
Right?
Isn't it?
There's a great benefit to that too. At the same time, there's so much I want to do within the span of my time.
Yeah.
Right?
With relation to studying at this age, or with relation to keeping up with the 20-year-olds, or with relation to outside of the studies?
So
I think
much to
the impact
accomplish.
Right,
that
okay.
I want,
Oh, gotcha.
the tangible
Okay.
impact that I want to see, and then just like having an acute awareness of, which I think is helpful, of the finiteness of our lives. Right?
Yeah.
Because if we lose
Mhm.
track of that, then we just kind of get lost
Mhm.
Yeah.
and get in the scramble. But when we're aware that this thing is not forever,
Mhm. No, it's true.
then it I think, to your point, Don, it makes those decisions easier,
Mhm.
right? So like if we're aware of the finite, then I think we can start to prioritize that. Like this project might be amazing,
Mhm.
but the different components to it, the partners, the pieces aren't quite ready.
Right.
And am I willing to dive in now and kind of take a hit on my time and energy? Like, no.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think the timing needs to be right. Using discernment and
Oh, I love that.
and
Mhm.
that is a skill that I think we're constantly learning. We're constantly evolving, like how to make those decisions,
Mm.
constantly needing to ground. Like I pray and meditate every morning
Oh, that's great.
just so that I can like get my head on straight. Because I think if I wake up and if just picture driving my car and it's like the wheels cranked at like 2 or 3 or 4 and not 12, and I'm trying to go straight ahead, then like
Yeah.
no, I better correct that first thing in the morning. Otherwise, my whole day is going to be kind of off kilter.
I'm the
Feel
same
that.
way.
Yeah, me
I
too.
don't understand, like people who read the news first thing in the morning. What are you doing? What, like
Yeah.
before any kind of grounding situation? And I love that you bring that up, because one of the offshoots of what I do, obviously, being an empowerment through singing and songwriting coach, is it sounds very specific to self-expression and self-actualization and building confidence and whatever, which is true. But there are a lot of offshoots to that, in that I also work with using undercover brother tactics that are musical and based in singing and songwriting, stress management tactics for journalists and NGO workers who are going
Awesome.
overseas. And so what you're talking about when it comes to finding that balance and first thing in the morning and making sure we set ourselves up for that success from the jump, is so easily forgettable,
Mhm.
and I love to hear your tactics from a non-musician's perspective,
Mhm.
unless you've decided to start being a rock star as well. But to add to your bucket of tricks. But like, are there some other kind of tactics that you use to make sure that your cup is full, so that you're giving from, as Oprah would say, the overpour, as
Yeah,
opposed to from what's inside that cup?
I think it's a beautiful question, and I think it goes to resourcing, like knowing where to go to for resources.
Right.
And they can be ones that we spoke about earlier, like natural living, like nature resource. Or it could be really your network, your people, and the strengths that they have. We all have different strengths and abilities. So, I have different people that I'll call like on a regular at different times, because I know I can go to them and they'll help me out. So like, and I see that smile, and now all of a sudden a memory jumps up into my mind of when I had an event and some things just kind of went a little bit
Awry.
Thank you. Like I never knew how to pronounce that word. Awry.
AWRY, yeah. Ori. Right.
And gosh, like Emma, I called Emma. I think I called Eli, another friend.
There's song coming out soon, by the way. Just FYI.
Go Eli.
Yeah.
And before you know it, I think we had I spoke to.
Oh, that's right. You had an event where you needed some help. Yeah.
So I spoke to 30 people. 29 said no.
Oh,
The 30th said yes. But you made that possible, right? And then you've got to make the calls too. You got to make those 30 calls.
Yeah.
And be okay with the no, and then just move on to the next.
Yeah.
So being able to resource. So I know for things musical, you're a resource, right? And I'm not an expert in that area, so I'm going to go to you.
Right.
There's a pastor that I'm very close with that's based right now in the Carolinas that I will call, and he'll make sure my head is on straight.
Gotcha.
It really depends, but I probably have the most amazing therapist ever. Like she truly is a Jedi. Like I don't know where she came from or like how she was.
We do love Jedi's.
Yeah.
Was born, but like I've literally never met anyone else like her.
Yeah.
And like I don't know how she has those skills, but she does. And I was just blessed to have met her.
Yeah.
So it really depends on the situation, but I think knowing when to resource, because we can't pull and pour from our own cup.
Right.
Right.
I love that because, I mean, one of the things that obviously Dinah and I have very different ways of working, but we also, have a very distinct overlap in our work. And so when you're talking about nature, when you're talking about community, when you're talking about resources, the thing that comes to mind is that we're actually planning something really big for next March, where we're taking people to the nature in New Zealand.
Wow.
To run a retreat to help people fill their cup on nature, on culture, on community, on each other, because I think it's really easy for people to feel alone in their journey, and we glorify this all the time. Like it's lonely at the top, you're going to have to leave everybody behind, and you see this in the corporate world, which I think is just a really stupid fallacy, which is why we have the song Together We Rise as the theme song for this. Can you speak to your journey on like that, not just having people to call on when you need resources, but like what has your journey as a lawyer been, as a nonprofit in the nonprofit space been, when it comes to community and co-opetition as opposed to competition?
It's so vital. I think, in my opinion, it's the only way things can really get done.
Yeah.
I haven't seen another way that works, right? So like I've tried to go things my own way alone, and that really didn't work. And like I can like list off 5 or 10 different things I tried to do without the right community, and none of them worked. So I can't point to anything really specific other than like over time just learning that your community is just so valuable. And you're right, like in a lot of ways we've encouraged almost the opposite, right? Like be the entrepreneur, be the successful like inventor that just leaves home. And I really hate this narrative a lot because it's almost the opposite of the film.
What film?
The Odyssey.
The Odyssey.
That we were talking
haven't seen it
about.
yet.
I have
tickets.
Yeah, we can't get tickets.
Unless
but we can
front
talk
row.
about it.
Sorry, I'm not.
Right.
Front row, right? Like it's the only tickets available. It's like the IMAX, and like we're gonna go watching it. But like so, like he goes out. The whole idea is to return home, though. It's not to like go out and like keep going. Like no, that's not what the idea is. So this is dating back thousands of years.
Yeah.
And with Homer's epic poem for Odysseus to go out to this goes. We've talked about Joseph Campbell before. So
Yes, we have.
And meet those challenges that you'll encounter, learn what you need to learn, learn those skills, and it's really self-improvement we're talking about.
Yeah.
So it's like not changing the exterior, it's like refining yourself and then coming home.
Yeah.
And that piece, like it feels like if that story of the Odyssey is broken down into 4 parts, that last like maybe 1/8 of it is cut off.
Yeah.
Where we've been encouraging folks to leave and go away and succeed elsewhere.
Right.
But I think it's so vital that we start trying to change the narrative to encourage folks to learn and come home.
We have 1 minute left. We have 1 minute left.
Yeah.
So take it home.
Yeah. So it would just go back to like we talked about discernment and coming home to yourself too.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you want to leave our community with, some words of wisdom or where to find you?
So right now, I started a law firm this year, Kidron Law.
What?
Oh, congrats.
Bam.
Kidron is a scriptural word. It's a valley of decision. It's a point of decision making, of trouble, of when you need advocacy. So opening up a clinic, it's in the planning stages, but one down county,
amazing.
right now looking at Montgomery County, one up county to make sure that especially folks who are the most excluded from legal
Mhm.
advocacy. Make
Love
sure
that.
that they have it.
Love
So you
that.
can look me up on KeydronAdvocacy.com.
Okay, we'll put the
Brilliant.
details in the show notes.
Awesome.
So thanks
you
for being
so much,
here.
Pete. This
So
is
nice
awesome.
to meet you.
Please,
Yeah.
you
Nice
know,
to
don't
meet
be a
you.
stranger. Reach out to Pete. We will put all the details, as Sonia was saying, in the description of this podcast. Until next week, friends, be good, be kind, spread love like it's going out of fashion. And thank you, Pete. This was awesome.
It's a
Yeah.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Awesome.
Aw.
Cause I am searching, don't need to look outside myself to know that I am whole. And I've been learning, made it through the darkest storms, and I've come into my own. And I am worthy of love. I can learn to love myself just because